Hello, class. Sorry I'm not with you in a physical sense today. I miss you all very much. The reason I'm with you in a virtual sense is to make sure you're quite clear on what's going to be happening in class today. I know you're in capable hands, but there's a lot of moving parts to the instructions, so I wanted to make sure that you knew what was going on. Let me first also say that if you're somebody that has a 0 on your Unit 3 essay skeletal, I recognize that it's probably because your partner did not put your name on the paper with you, and I will be back to clear that up next week. Don't fret, grades are not going to go final. First thing you'll be doing in class is you'll be getting back together with your cereal bowl groups. You'll have maybe a minute or two to gather your final arguments, and then I want each group to appoint a person to stand up and very briefly, in a minute or less, summarize your findings on Jung Ha and whether he was an aggressor or an ambassador. That should not take you very long at all. The next thing you'll be doing is going to the computer lab, and hopefully by now you have 3 different pieces of paper. You have this, which is your main instruction sheet and also tells you exactly who you'll be working on. You have this, which we'll call the question sheet, and you have this, which we'll call the packet sheet. You're going to be doing 3 different assignments as an individual in the computer lab, and speed counts. It's your job to be productive and get as much of it done as possible, and it is indeed possible to get it all done. My goal is for you to be in the computer lab with an hour or so left in the class, so that you can do each of the 3 assignments that's detailed on here in about 20-minute segments each. The final result of your work will be a single PowerPoint that contains what you've done from all 3 assignments, and that will be uploaded to Rockspace under the assignment Chapter 17, Movers and Shakers. That's the end result of all this. If you have not yet logged into or created an account or enrolled in the Rockspace page, the password is Herodotus with a capital H. That's in the computer lab. You have 3 assignments. They're not exactly related, except that they're all out of Chapter 17 and they're all going on one PowerPoint. Again, if you have any doubt, look at the instruction sheet. Your first assignment has to do with a person. Has to do with the person, and the slides you create for the person are right here. What person do I have, you ask? Look on the bottom of your sheet. In this case, it's Jean-Baptiste Colbert in italics. That tells you what person you're responsible for doing all of this on. That should take you 20 minutes. That'll be the first part of your PowerPoint. The second thing you do is you answer one of the questions off of this quarter sheet, and you do it in the form of gathering facts and then writing a thesis statement. There are also possible bonus points for actually getting a skeletal done, etc. The instructions for the question you are to answer and how it's going to work into your PowerPoint go right there. Which question am I assigned? It's on the instruction sheet at the bottom right there. Third of all, you will be reading a part of an opposing viewpoints packet about the impact of the West on the modern world. This is what this looks like. You will read and summarize the issue summary on one of your PowerPoint slides, and then you will choose either the yes or the no side as determined by this sheet of paper, and you will sum up the 3 strongest arguments on yet another slide. All the instructions for what you do at the opposing viewpoint station are right there. Again, speed counts. I'm putting you through this exercise so that you get used to processing information and producing reflection on that information at a very high rate of speed. So it is important that you be productive. It is important that you be extremely efficient. It's not important that you be pretty. I'm sure your teacher can answer any other questions you have, but I just wanted to make sure that I gave you as much information as possible. Look forward to seeing you next week.